The peaceful races of the Galactic Union had lived in peace for a long time. They built cities in the stars, traded with each other, and shared knowledge. War was something of the past, something in books and stories. But then the Drexar came. The Drexar were not peaceful. They were strong, cruel, and wanted to control everything. Their ships were fast. Their weapons were powerful. And they did not care for peace. One by one, the Drexar attacked the outer planets of the Union. Cities burned. People ran. Soldiers fought, but many were not ready. The Drexar were winning. The leaders of the Galactic Union gathered in a large, round room on the space station Harmony Ring. Many different aliens sat together. They looked different, tall, short, furry, scaly, some with many eyes, some with none, but all shared the same fear. "We must call for help," said Council Leader Veru, a bird-like alien with silver feathers. "We cannot stop the Drexar alone." "But who can help us?" asked another leader. "No race is strong enough." "There is one place," Veru said slowly. "Earth." The room went silent. "Earth?" Someone said with a shaking voice. "That Deathworld." "Yes," Veru replied. "A planet where everything is dangerous. The animals, the land, the weather. Even their own kind. Only the strongest survive there." Another alien shook his head. "They are violent, wild, unstable. They are what we need," Veru said. "They survive on a planet that would kill any of us in a day. If anyone can face the Drexar, it is them." Some were unsure, others were afraid. But all agreed on one thing. They had no choice. The Galactic Union sent a message to Earth. On Earth, the message was received in a high-security base hidden in the mountains of South Korea. Commander Jiho read the message first. He had short, black hair, sharp eyes, and a scar on his cheek from a jungle mission years ago. He had seen war. He knew danger. Now aliens were asking for help. He called his team. Mira, the combat medic, came first. She was calm, smart, and never left a man behind. She had patched wounds in fire, smoke, and freezing cold. Daesung, the sniper, followed. He didn't talk much, but his aim was perfect. People said he could shoot the wings off a fly at 500 meters. Harin, the pilot, was the youngest. She smiled. A lot, but in the air, she flew like a hawk. Fast, sharp, and fearless. They sat around the table as Jiho spoke. "This is not a drill," he said. "Aliens are real. They are fighting a war. And they want our help." The team said nothing for a moment. Then Mira nodded. "So we're going?" "Yes," Jiho said. "We are." The humans were taken aboard a Galactic Union ship. The ship was clean, bright, and much quieter than human ships. Aliens stared at them as they walked by, some with fear, others with curiosity. "They're so ... big," whispered one alien to another. "Look at their eyes, like predators." "Is that a weapon on her back?" The humans didn't mind. They had seen fear before. They had caused it before. A tall, soft-skinned alien named Talik greeted them. "Welcome to the Unity Flame. I am Talik, your guide." "Thank you for answering our call." Jiho shook his hand. "We're here to help. Just tell us what to do." Talik led them to their rooms. Along the way, he explained the situation. "The Drexar are strong. They destroy everything. We have tried peace. It failed. We need soldiers." "You'll get them," Daesung said. Mira looked at Talik. "What do you know about Earth?" Talik looked nervous. "We know it is a death world. Only the strongest survive there. Your people are like legends." Mira smiled a little. "Legends, huh? We just call it home." Later, the humans were shown the alien troops. Most looked weak by Earth standards. Some couldn't even carry heavy weapons. Training started the next day. The humans showed how to fight in close combat, how to shoot, how to move in a squad. The aliens watched, surprised. Jiho led a drill where his team took down 10 robotic enemies in 30 seconds. Mira taught first aid using simple tools and fast thinking. Daesung showed how to find the best spot for a sniper high, hidden with a clean shot. Heron gave a lesson on flight. Fly low, fast, and expect danger. She said, on Earth, the sky tries to kill you too. At first, the alien soldiers struggled. But they listened, watched, and learned. Some began to respect the humans. They are not monsters, said one alien officer. They are warriors. They do not fear pain. They do not fear death. They may be our last hope. That night, the humans stood on the ship's deck, looking out at the stars. Jiho spoke first. They're not ready for what's coming. No, Mira agreed, but they can be, with help. They called for aid, Heron said quietly. And they got. Who's Daesung, as usual, said nothing. But he checked his rifle one more time. The war was coming. And Earth was ready. The humans had been on the Galactic Union ship Unity Flame for a few days now. Still, the other alien soldiers were not used to them. They watched from a distance. Some stared with fear. Others whispered in corners. Commander Jiho noticed everything. He didn't care about the stares. His focus was on the mission. The Drexar were coming, and this army was not ready. Training continued every day. Jiho pushed the alien squads harder. They were not strong, but they were smart and quick learners. Again. Jiho shouted as the aliens ran through a combat. Course, some fell, some cried out in pain. But they got up. Mira walked among them, fixing small injuries and giving advice. Don't turn your back when under fire, she said gently to a young alien who had tripped. Daesung stood on a platform, showing the others how to spot enemies from far away. Find the high ground, see before they see you. Heron trained the alien pilots in the ship's flight room. Don't fly straight, she said. That gets you killed. Zigzag, use cover. And always be ready to move. Talek, their guide, watched all this with amazement. Your people train like every battle is life or death, he said. Mira looked at him. That's because, on Earth, it usually is. One morning, a siren rang through the ship. Red lights flashed. All units report to briefing room, said the voice on the speaker. The team ran through the halls. In the room, screens showed a small planet. Ships flew around it, and smoke rose from its surface. The Drexar have attacked our colony on Lurex 4, said a GU commander. They are slaughtering civilians. We must stop them. We will go, Jiho said without pause. The commander hesitated. It's dangerous. Exactly, Jiho replied. The mission began at once. The humans suited up. Jiho wore heavy armor and carried a plasma rifle. Mira packed medical gear, bandages and a pistol. Daesung loaded his sniper rifle and checked his scopes. Hareen put on her pilot suit and ran toward the hangar. They boarded a small dropship with alien troops. The ship flew fast through space and landed outside the burning colony. Screams came from the buildings. Drexar soldiers, tall armored creatures with glowing eyes, marched through the streets, firing at anyone who moved. Move! Jiho shouted as he led the charge. The humans ran ahead. The aliens followed, slower and afraid. Daesung climbed a ruined tower. He looked through his scope. One shot, a Drexar fell. Another shot, one more down. Sniper support ready, he said over the radio. Jiho and Mira pushed through the streets. Jiho fired at Drexar with perfect aim. Mira helped a wounded alien girl hiding under a cart. You're safe now, Mira whispered as she carried the child to cover. The GU troops saw the humans fight. Jiho stood in the open, firing calmly. Mira ran through smoke to reach the wounded. Daesung picked off Drexar one by one, saving lives from above. They're not like us, one alien soldier said in awe. They're better, said another. In the sky, enemy ships appeared. Heron flew up in a small fighter. She dodged blasts and spun through clouds. "Too many on me," she said through the radio. "I see you," Jiho replied. Daesung turned his rifle to the sky and fired. One enemy ship spun out of control. HAR laughed. "Thanks, Daesung." "Anytime," he said. She looped around and shot down 2 Drexar ships with missiles. The rest fled. Back on the ground, the humans and alien troops cleared the last street. The colony was safe for now. The aliens looked at the humans with new eyes. "They saved us," a young officer said. "They saved everyone," said Talek. That night, the survivors sat together in a broken square. A fire burned in the middle. Food was shared. Stories were told. Mira sat with the alien child she saved earlier. The child gave her a small necklace made of colored string. "For you," the child said. Mira smiled and wore it proudly. Heron cleaned her ship, humming a tune from Earth. Daesung sat quietly watching the stars. Jiho spoke with the alien commander. "They fought well today," Jiho said. "Because of you," the commander replied. "You've taught us what it means to fight back," Jiho nodded. "We're not heroes, we just don't like bullies." The next day, messages spread through the Galactic Union. Deathworlders defended Lurex 4. Humans fight with power, skill, and heart. Perhaps Earth is not a danger. Perhaps Earth is hope. On the Unity Flame, soldiers trained harder. They tried to copy the humans. They asked questions. They learned fast. Jiho watched them and felt something strange. Not pride, but hope. Mira stood beside him. "They're changing." "Yes," Jiho said. "And they'll need to. The worst is still coming." Far away, on a dark Drexar warship, a tall creature watched a screen. It showed the humans fighting on Lurex 4. "These are the Earthlings?" It growled. "Yes, General," said a Drexar officer. The general narrowed his glowing eyes. "Then next time, we bring everything." The war was far from over, but for the first time, the galaxy had a fighting chance, because Earth had answered. The call. The news of the humans' victory on Lurex 4 spread fast. All across the Galactic Union, aliens talked about the Deathworlders. Some still feared them, but now many admired them too. On the ship Unity Flame, Jiho and his team kept training. The troops, the alien soldiers, worked harder. They wanted to be strong like the humans. Mira taught more medics how to save lives under fire. Heron helped new pilots fly better. Daesung set up long-range sniper classes. Even the shyest aliens now asked for tips. "They listen now," Jiho said one day to Mira. She nodded. "They trust us." But the peace didn't last. A loud alarm rang through the ship one morning. Red lights flashed again. But this time, it felt different. Urgent. Heavy. Talek ran into the training room. His face was pale. "The Drexar are coming," he said. "All of them? What do you mean?" Jiho asked. "A full invasion. Their fleet is heading for the capital planet Ardanes." The capital planet was the heart of the Galactic Union. If it fell, the whole Union would fall. "How long do we have?" Jiho asked. 3 days, maybe less." The Union called every ship, every soldier, and every weapon to Ardanes. The humans boarded their dropship again. Talek stood near the ramp and bowed. "Thank you," he said softly. Jiho looked at him. "We won't let them take your home." The trip to Ardanes was tense. Everyone knew this battle could end it all. When they arrived, the planet's orbit was filled with ships. Big ones, small ones, warships, carriers, even old cargo ships with guns added. The sky was dark with Drexar ships. Thousands of them. On the surface, Jiho met with the commanders. "We need a plan." One alien said, "They will attack from space and the ground." Another added, "We cannot stop both." Jiho stepped forward. "We hit first." The aliens looked at him in surprise. "Wait for them and they crush us," Jiho said. "But if we break their line in space and hit their ground troops hard, we have a chance. You want to attack? A commander asked. That's suicide. It's war, Jiho replied. The next day, the final battle began. Heron led a squadron of fighters into space. Her voice was calm as she flew straight into the enemy line. Follow me, she said. No fear. She dodged blasts, spun through smoke, and shot down Drexar ships with perfect aim. Alien pilots followed her, flying better than they ever had. Before back on the ground, Jiho, Mira, and Daesung led the first strike against the Drexar landing troops. The ground shook with explosions. The sky was fire. Jiho moved like a storm. He gave orders fast and clear. Hold that line. Push left. Mira ran from soldier to soldier, treating wounds, dragging bodies, never stopping. Don't you quit on me, she said to a bleeding alien. You fight, you live. Daesung climbed a tall tower and began to fire. One shot, one kill. Every time, he saw Drexar commanders through his scope. He took them out one by one. Hours passed. The battle raged. But slowly, the tide turned. Heron's squad broke the Drexar ships above. The sky started to clear. Jiho's ground team pushed the enemy back, street by street. But then, the Drexar sent in a giant war machine. It was tall, black, and full of weapons. It fired missiles and energy blasts, crushing buildings. We need to stop that thing now. Jiho shouted. I'll go, Mira said. He looked at her. That's a suicide run. I have a plan, she said, and ran before he could stop her. Mira grabbed explosives and a small cart. She drove it under fire, dodging debris, toward the machine. Bullets flew past her. The ground burned. Still, she drove forward. She reached the machine's legs, jumped off, and set the explosives. Then she ran. The explosion was huge. The machine tipped, shook, and fell hard. The soldiers cheered. Mira lay behind cover, bleeding but alive. Jiho ran to her side. You crazy woman. You're welcome, she said with a smile. By nightfall, the battle was over. The Drexar fleet had broken. The survivors ran. The capital planet was safe. Aliens from all species walked among the ruins, helping one another. Jiho, Mira, Daesung, and Hareen stood on a hill, watching the stars. We did it, Heron said quietly. Together, Mira added. Talek came to them, smiling. The Union has voted. Earth will become a full member. You are no longer feared. You are family. Jiho looked at the sky. We're just humans. We do what we have to. No, Talek said. You are Deathworlders. And you saved us all. Weeks later, peace returned. The alien child Mira had saved now wore a small patch with Earth's flag. Daesung taught sniper classes to alien troops. Heron flew with an alien squad. Now a captain, Jiho stood at a new training base, watching young soldiers prepare for a better future. He smiled. They called for help, he said to himself. And we answered.